Microsoft, Apple, Alphabet, Amazon, Meta. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard about these gigantic American companies. In fact, many of you must be loyal customers of these brands too. But just customers or users, not investors. You might be wondering, wouldn't it be great if you could invest in the stocks of not just these leading global companies, but even other high potential American companies? But frankly, it could be very expensive, complex and challenging for investors based out of India to invest in American companies to hit their wealth goals. But that changes now. Indian investors can now invest in Navi Mutual Fund's newly launched Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund, an open-ended scheme that invests in the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF. This ETF tracks the performance of the CRSP US Total Market Index that represents not just the big, but almost all the investable companies in the US equity market. And investors based out of India will now have the rare opportunity to invest in them because of the Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund. The new fund offer opens on February 4th and will close on February 18th, 2022. So without further delay, let's discuss in today's video 5 compelling reasons to invest in Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund. If you want international exposure in your investment portfolio, I'm sure you will not need a financial guru to realize how important it could be to invest in the US companies which have dominated the world, especially on the tech front. Also, the US economy continues to remain the largest economy in the world in terms of nominal GDP and net wealth as per latest World Bank data. Now let's take a step back and ask ourselves, why does our investment portfolio need international exposure? The answer is the low correlation between the US and the Indian stock markets could reduce portfolio risk and work towards improved risk-adjusted returns for Indian investors in the long term. Secondly, currency exchange rate plays an important role in international investments, and the appreciation in the US dollar could increase the performance of the investments when it's converted back to the Indian rupee. The fact that the US dollar has appreciated from 49 rupees in late January 2012 to over 75 rupees in late January 2022 would indicate that such an investment could also work as a hedging strategy if the dollar continues to appreciate against the rupee. The Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund will invest in Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, which is one of the largest passive funds in the world and Vanguard's flagship product. For the unfamiliar, Vanguard is the pioneer of passive funds and the second largest asset management company in the world. Just to help you understand how massive this is, the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, launched in May 2001, currently has net assets worth 1.4 trillion US dollars and investments in stocks of more than 4,000 large, mid and small cap US companies. The stocks are diversified across 11 sectors including technology, consumer discretionary, healthcare, industrials, financials, etc., giving you a highly diversified investment portfolio that is not concentrated only in a few sectors. In simpler terms, if investing in American companies is on your mind, the Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund could be one of your biggest gateways to the American stock markets. The Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund will allow you to invest in not just the biggest American stocks, but also give you a chance to capture potential growth of the emerging US companies that are not yet part of the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq 100 indices. If you look at the 10 largest holdings of the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, you will find prominent companies like Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, Tesla, Meta, etc. that together form 25% of its total net assets. However, the fund invests in over 4,000 big and small American stocks, meaning apart from the current leaders, your investment can reap rich dividends even if a small company today becomes a global leader tomorrow. Just like Moderna and Tesla, these companies were included in the CRSP US Total Market Index much before the S&P 500. In fact, vaccine maker Moderna, which was a part of the CRSP US Total Market Index from a very early stage, got included in the S&P 500 index only in July 2021, by which it has already developed, manufactured and shipped millions of vaccine doses. That's why its shareholder returns were about 2,000% before its inclusion in the S&P 500, but 19% afterwards, according to a Seeking Alpha article published in August 2021. Similarly, electric car maker Tesla has been part of the CRSP US Total Market Index since December 2011, but got included in S&P 500 only in December 2020. This early inclusion partly helped the CRSP US Total Market Index outperform the S&P 500 in 2020, according to an article published in the Wall Street Journal in December 2021. The Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF has given consistent returns over a long time. It has given annualized returns in rupee terms of 28.15%, 20.11% and 20.27% in the last 1 year, 5 years and 10 years respectively. Although past performance doesn't guarantee future returns, they could still provide an idea about the Navi Fund of Funds' inherent potential, which will invest in the Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF tracking the CRSP US Total Market Index. Now, you might be feeling it must be very expensive to invest in a single fund that gives you exposure in almost all investable companies in the US, right? Wrong. The Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund is a simple and low-cost option for investing in the US market, with a total expense ratio of only 0.06%, which is among the lowest in this category. Also, the minimum investment amount in this fund of fund is 500 rupees. Investments under direct plan in the Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund can be made through various platforms like Grow, IND Money, Kuvera, Paytm Money, Finity, Coin by Zerodha, as well as KFIN Technologies Private Limited. To know more about the fund of fund and invest in it, you can simply visit the website or download the mobile app of any one of our partnering platforms and search for this fund to proceed. I have shared the links to all our partners in the description below. In conclusion, investing in the Navi US Total Stock Market Fund of Fund could provide you exposure to US stocks and help diversify your portfolio to achieve your financial goals in time. Remember, the NFO period closes on 18 February 2022. That said, you'd be requested to read the offer document and carefully evaluate the investment risks before taking a decision. Please consult a financial advisor if you need any help regarding this. And if you like this video, please share it among your friends and family members and subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll see you soon with another personal finance video. Until then, take care of yourself.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.